So our video today is 2 minutes of revision on Hawk Roosting by Ted Hughes for the Eduqas anthology. And as always, I am not going to talk through everything that you see on the slides. So go ahead and save the video or screenshot. So when you look through these bullet points, you'll see that the overall message of the poem is very cohesive. It's very in line. Everything builds on one another. And that is the simple idea that Hughes is fascinated by the raw and unfiltered forces that he sees governing the natural world, and each of the quotes you'll see is an unpacking, a development of that particular idea. So as always, it's a really good idea to look at the first and last lines of the poem. This is the first line, and we see the hawk as this dominant natural force, perfectly adapted. This apex predator is totally in harmony with the natural world and its violent purpose. And we see that develop. This nature is instinctive, efficient, necessity. There is no morality or immorality in nature. And again, we see this being developed as we go through our key quotes. The hawk is a product of creation, of natural inevitability, of its power, and therefore it's very much seen as being in line with the natural world. Again, back to the idea of natural necessity. There is no malice, there's no evil here. It is about what is instinctive to the hawk. And in that, we see that the hawk is then in line with the cosmos. It is fearsome, it is majestic, but it is part of nature. And so we see that final line with this declaration of perpetuity or eternity as it refuses to change. It doesn't fear, it doesn't change, it doesn't challenge, it doesn't decay. Its power will continue indefinitely. And then I just want to have a very quick reminder. So we're going to go slightly over the 2 minutes here of the context. The context is needed. If you're watching other videos on this poem on the internet, there is an interpretation of this poem where people believe that Hughes was talking about the rise of fascism in Europe around World War II. That is an interpretation, but it isn't something that Hughes ever spoke about himself. He wanted to be very clear that this poem was just about nature.